Well, we are back. Ebraso said Mpensenpensenmu Ebro make house a royal lighting investment for Adaroma and Lucky Herbal one also Adaroma and Edesan Komo Ebro. Medical that to say Benko Abusia Eda Adofo nyina sison beja on kama Ebrana one year one you can see rather and in Rechi Ewo Kumasi Mantem. Keke Benko on payment so Martial Sanso Anamaka Senyame Adma Memenda Way. There enemy the late Margaret Osei every do not friend Inoama na me yad me kopene crab ya memenda we be evusum no Mount Olivet Methodist Church anopa no ngotwe na fe ya to aso de be kwai abodom cemetery na yakoye ho hihye ho nom na yatena se ofanchine bra school park Kumasi ayeyi ne kwasiada ifinasi sorry Mount Olivet Methodist Church eba ya sa atena se ofanchine bra school park inti adofo nyina embeja ebusia bra wono kope wo maame Margaret Osei afie ne crabia the donor friend Inama anope Gloria abna depa animunyam ya chia anope sa pepepe so me kana me ka se me anka se me nua pay kwam ye usu ansa solo ene ne hokani vera so dia seda kese ma adofo nyina se won beja on bra solasi na Vera Papa so 1990 that for me ne hihye no if you that 10th of March and according to Nishas Saturday 11th and on the crack 12th our croquet adanse and the bekoso well yeni komo ansa na mama abijafo no crab be ma me di atwa en komo ibedi was no bra wo frame on 0302 211 701 up to 4 0302 211 701 up to 4 now also don't try now we said the person is call said Newman Susu Eko under the leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo so far signals no etisen edema but medinka kenkan kratawe edema if you've just joined us the mensan kenkan ma ode ekoso mashebe Jennifer Sikasembia ai besi basano and it says right honorable speaker request for internal inquiry into allegation of attempted bribery of some members of the Appointments Committee of Parliament by a ministerial nominee. This is a joint request by Honorable Mahama Ayariga MP Boko Central Constituency, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, and Honorable Al-Hassan Saibu Sohini, MP Tamale North Constituency to you, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament. We jointly request you to carry out an internal inquiry into the veracity of the claims made by us in the allegation of attempted bribery of the minority members of the Appointments Committee of Parliament by a ministerial nominee. We, the three members of Parliament, will subject ourselves fully to the processes of the inquiry. Please accept our highest regards, and is signed Mahama Ayariga, MP Boko Central Constituency. Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, MP North Tong Constituency, and Honorable Al-Hassan Saibu Sohini, Tamale North Constituency, Mashebe Jenino. So say the Ankasa on 0302 211 701 up to 4. Now also for adventure Ebre, your expectation for the week. Previous week no mark also pay and Koma Hodwa Yedi wa Hanum say also adventure up say o de brain no. Your train say on your bekasa na ibi akoso. Hello, good morning. Apom ti say. Good morning.
Kukumlimne omahene. Na wapom ti say.
Jabi ado bako. Na ozo wapom ti say wa.
Mezuma pom ye.
Good.
Ofa no kini.
Ofa me hu.
Kukumlimne mahene.
Metreshie. Ofa metreshie ni mo. Metrem enche bia baba for kantamanto. Na etre kwa akosi amasama.
Wa hi wonna mwani achiwa ngo woni ma. Wodi bakodi agro ate wodi eni no tibi wa na fatia kwante. Wonna mwani achiwa ngo woni ma.
Ada permit over.
Ubi su sori anu so na me mahene me mahene. Wodi omuchi na no bu hu dia omu de bayan. Kobra ma me tia na me tia tifo. Na me tia mi ame papa Mr. Isibwate ne Gideon Wako. Kobra wo hwe ensenwo a ekoso a ye besre mama Ayariga. Enyema ekoso no ense egu omano nyina enye ono nko mama Ayariga ene egu nanimu ase. Ye besre no pa sabe allegation tanye machine atwam. So wo hwe obi ti se onabo mintaka. Kobra me giri se obeka se Sanya man only the young who could be an amegua. Mama Yalaka, I won't a cover can be this. It is a parliamentary, I will a shepherd journey. I will see if I don't want them now for set Mra Amo Mano. Let's have Yankee Moon, let's have Bona, and the Ghana for him to mean to Nigeria Kuyanzwana. Because a Nema warrior said this, a good man anymore, so people will go a banner what is anymore. And Yellow Cresta, on one Casano, on to tune in Yama, you don't know. I think they will channel to honor. I was Tata Samhoni and Yama on the Cassie attack of Faba. Omuba Bambu for Cabanyon, not Tata now, abandoned now Crabuano. Omo the tunes which was Tata now Tontono. You better say Animana warrior. Right. Yeah, sure, man, they said your man bit near tune.
Okay, yeah, that's CP. Superintendent lawyer Akosia Owusu Achreme, my own sister. Good morning, lawyer. Posini lawyer, and a pay Jedi Sevilla Boko. Good morning. Apom to say. Hello, good morning.
Oh, my good morning.
Apom to say.
Oh, Nyamia Dumparamu, also.
Boko.
Yeah, the Nyamia Sepa. Oh, my Omano Prison.
Mamuda Dada. Now, where the other, you're quitting.
You. Oh, my Edica, my Mefa, when you soon fancia. You must be Virginia or Parliament, honorable police. Naku position Pani, Jumapa, Udima, Sebe, Jomrofo, our Parliament. Na Menchia, Elembele Chairman, Modiba Obo, the Minister Duna, Jumadina, Wayama, Nana Damko Kufado, our Lembele. Oh, my Emseminia, Penina Bezinka Abacasa. Na Adiaba Quine, a Yami Yan say, O my ankasa ni masebeja fono am say any die ni obuo bebo mu a ejina omo nsem keka a ombeka wa we say committee amatia moye vet keke na NDC MP etima babo ntina beka say ye mono katasehede wo gisika ache ni butom wei ayade seka o mani nyina ye sole na ke ye hwehwemu na say eye hwehwemu na ebona na ke ya twina so naka in the parliament no naka yakwa koto baleshi foforo na eyi na firi ho because wiase nyina na ehwe yes adwumadie sei na se wutumi babo nteka se ye di bible na de mawo ansa na wo ka asema na te sebi mpeda sa wunim die ne wunyansa wo de kwatira committee no a wo ye version na ni sei eti eyade bia agu ndisi anim ase gu papa na nkasa ayarga na nkasa anim ase because omai uche ayarga ne hunsem sema ewo ho no onu bi kwa kan bi na omampanyi ma lusu ye na wasa ultimate kwanya ko parliament ya wo sa kwaje bribe a show bottom
okay
but what okay ayen ngwase ene
yeah that's pi so what be agenchaba you be try ho ba minute ba ko pe ye ba ye to adwumadi da so ye kwaba
Muntaka called us and said that the chairman had brought some money, and so we should pass by and pick our money. So we passed by and individually were given 3,000 Ghana cedis, which we assumed was the allowances due us as committee members. So somehow yesterday we started hearing some rumors that it wasn't the allowances that should be given to us from Parliament. It was some other source. So this morning we had a meeting, and during the meeting we raised the issue with our chief whip, what was the source of the money. Because we raised the issue with him yesterday, some of us raised the issue with him yesterday, and he said he was going to check from the chairman, because he had also assumed that it was the certain allowance that he had given him to give to us. So we raised the issue this morning again, and he said he had met with the chairman, and the chairman had said that it was from Boachi Ajaku, who is a nominee, whereupon we as a minority said, no, we're not interested in his money. He should take the money and then return it to the chairman to give it back to Ajaku. So we gave the money back to our chief whip and asked him to send it back to the chairman to give it to Mr. Ajaku. So those are the facts that I know. I don't know much beyond that. I wasn't there when the money was handed over. All I know is that we were told that was coming from him, and we said we're not interested, and we returned the money back to our whip to send it back to the chairman of the committee. Well, I mean, the logical conclusion, of course, Jaco doesn't normally give us money. So Jaco, the business transaction with Jaco, for which, dividends come and he's supposed to share with us. So, I mean, the only logical conclusion one could arrive at, is that this is money intended to influence us, especially since we had withheld his approval based on certain grounds. So we took a decision that we are not taking anything from anybody. We will take our normal sitting allowances as a committee.
And later found out.
I've never received money from Jaco. I've never handed any money to Muntaka. Mama Yaga, who are here is making that allegation, knows that I don't have that relationship with any of them. That I have never discussed money with Muntaka, with Ayariga, with any of the members in the first place. And that allegation is false. He knows he's lying. He is lying and he knows that. I'm saying, if he said that he's lying, if Muntaka said that he's lying.
I'm a Muslim, and Ayaga is a Muslim. I'm swearing by the Allah that has created he and I never give Ayaga anything, and I said it was coming from Osewusu. I never said, and Osewusu has never discussed any money issue with me. He has never given me any money to give to Ayaga. I have never given Ayaga or anybody any money saying that it was coming from the chairman.
First of all, I feel saddened that that allegation was made without the fear of equivocation. I have not offered any money or gone to anybody to offer any money to members of parliament or whatever to make a decision in my favor. It is totally false, and I take umbrage to that. And at the appropriate time, I will deal with that matter in a legal forum.
What will get somebody to come up with some allegation when nothing of that nature has happened?
It beats the hell out of me. I heard things like I had come to parliament. Look, since I was nominated, today is the first or second day that I've come to parliament. I was in the ministry and I got a call that one of the documents which I was to provide to parliament could not be found. So I said I have an extra copy. I rushed over to parliament, came to see Honorable Jose Osewusu and handed him the document and left. The next thing I hear is that the money was rejected and so Osewusu then returned some money to me. Excuse my French, it's total rubbish.
So are you saying that at no point did you give money to members of the committee?
Point, without the fear of contradiction, at no point. I have not even dealt with, on the minority side, honestly, I know them by face. I have not dealt with any of them. But I hope that you listen to what happened on the floor of Parliament. If that is how you do equalization.
Will you take action against whoever may have come up with this?
Well, I have just talked to my lawyers. We are listening to the tapes. And then they will make a decision.
Yatiti nkɔmɔ bi akɔkɔ so na another news file na nkyerɛmu ni bi nso aba ne nipa bi no madwenkyerɛ wɔn gu so a wɔn so de ɛba nti wɔn nsɛm ɛno yɛhwɛ nim sɛ Ebenezer Oklite Tela bi lower manya krɔbɔ mmarahyɛ badwani ba bɛgyina aba bɛtena se ne atoa yɛn nkɔmɔ no so asa na anɔpɛ deɛ nimnyamfoɔ Benjamin ayɛ former member of parliament apa Denkyira West nso atena se yɛne na wɔ ha dada nyinaa nti ɔno deɛ he needs no introduction. I'm not saying.
Nyame admo.
Now we are Maukasa. Kunya if there is a much.
Kamu ye imi if you are growing.
Eh de oba mo champa. Na bibia come on.
Nyame adum.
MPP mu ti say.
Nyame adum bibia.
Abrabo mu so ti say.
Kakra nyame adum.
Life after parliament ti say.
Oh. Equally good. Stress no do na akọ.
Eswati.
Akọ do na akọ, yes.
Okay.
Intiama now you have time to think about enema bia e bia ho na ye MP.
Assessor o time I did done time I did piano.
Oh, no dear NCSI. I know the NCSI because I know then I boils down to planning. Whether say we are MPO, we are there, yes, it's a matter of planning your life. Okay. But the extra burden of carrying entire constituency on your shoulders, no. And now every one tinama by relief kakra.
Right. But o party no must say obututu no me ekoyi.
Oh, ekoyi pa.
De ekosi.
Then ekoso.
Then be ani pe kasa as ye hu say ye hu de ekoko. Ebi ni ye ka bribe won asem.
But dem na say we fear party. Your party there e gina printing ya na do de animu a ye tutu eniomba.
Any kwa offer so power mu.
Yes.
Any ye tutu o manu anu yom de ba. Any nipa bi ni mu ka say aswafo aduasensia any mani ye na ekonim say en 170.
Oh, o man dey kan me chia watie for no me hwe nyina, especially the nchiraman. Even Jesus Christ. Osa obi yare no. Inya obi a okogina nchen ka say obi nkodi adanse say odi huhumfi bi e na asa nipa no yare. In effect, do be bia no untumi please obi a we wiase.
Do be bia
bibia no abaye be please obi a we wiase. But to the extent say conscience a clear unni for before your own conscience ni your God. Now nim say adepa ananampa e na wutu no. Go ahead. As long as say ade no be boa the larger community no. Go ahead. Enya dey bi be kasa wo. So far number of ministers are nanayi and what have you. Ebi be ye hu dede because they expect you to do things their way. Me ken so ni nipa no so adwen nye baako. Sabe even Siamese twins kra no ye wo ma obi adwen ko. It is a wo no o fi se e bia e wo senka o de fa benkum. Na ono e de fa nifa. I mean, it does not necessarily mean that you're no wrong. You can the numbers. The issue is not about the numbers.
Value for money, efficiency.
Exactly, and we still insist on that. We're not talking about the numbers. Over to me and your ministers 5 at the end of the month. Total expenditure on them no more than ministers 100 and a ministers 20 BDA. That is possible. For example, see your ICCA, maybe you have 5 ministers. Now you pay ubia 2,000, 2,005 you say. And yet 10. That's 10,000. This 8 ministers are in terms of numbers. And more than the 5. As we move 1,000, I'm paying 8,000 of 8 ministers. But all 5 ministers, no,
who call 10,000.
Who call 10,000. 80 numbers a year day. But the bottom line, the say the impact I will make on the society. No, delivery I will to me a deliver my man for what I don't know man for everywhere. When you're football, no one can say instead of 11 players, no day a 12 player babishim, and it is wrong. No, I'm going to man for any resource. So the 2, what the 3, what the 5, we know a man for who told one. I
see.
It is all the 3 ministers per year, Jumano, want me and deliver my man for and you're satisfied. Don't expect the next person to use the same number and for that matter, not be able to deliver.
So you're on course with your promises and your pledges, both manifesto and campaign.
Everything is on course. Now, said the president. Okay, I said the battle is the Lord's. Obiazu ye bibi na manyame take the center stage I
see.
And I can bet your money by the end of 2020, nana 4th year no. Ghana for obu dance Ghana for bedi by way of voter on beto diama MPP again.
Oklite.
Michia, sorry, me late kakra. Michia, me come for.
That's it. Was here.
Well, the committee and I am here who say end of 2020 no. One more be so end of
2020
2016 anka. So be so end of 2020. But you see yen NDC I decided say you be provide very responsible opposition. You be critique, all right. But you be sure say the no the impuntu ne enkoso ebeba. We point out, we remind them. You be kai wo mo. Normal wo makeka no. The hu kakra ne ye the ye hu sisia about some of normal na wo makeka keka na bi mu si enkan enye sa na ye kan eye we ne ye kan. Ebi ni se DKM. Nana Akufo-Addo gina platform so say obetua ebi ni mu so say wan kan so obetua ne hu nyama nyina. But you see the American say o share your manifestos I call campaign ni ade no. Manifesto there for the elite. Yeah, yetimi near time at trans I can kind and but most of the things now I'm for gina so the vote no here. Platform no so the owa kan no. To say there emre bi atwa mu no petrol mutimi to ana there bi me ba mete so boom boom. Eno na man for here no obdito aba. Electricity we say a kosro amount for expenses on betiso. Light bill amount for expenses betiso. Ejuma ni hono. That is what people are expecting. So they are here. And you know the omuka you know on their rounds. And now count our amount for team and that inform the choices people made. And if we are reminding them no, they shouldn't think that we are stampeding them, but it's just a matter of course. I say yeah kai womo. And we will continue to do that. We are not going to add anything. It is not talking about what number of ministers near there. See, I am indeed surprised because the say Ghana Hanamono and yet Omanpenyi and I decided say minister we member 2 cities and I say member 3 cities. A year constitution on I decided. Say minister will say, see, these are the things that go with your office. The president cannot vary it significantly. Ontimi. And you know, the other here 10 ministers, no? It is not true. So, but media here 20 ministers. No.
But Mutia
says, half.
No, but Mutia says, you 10% in your time.
What did we hear?
That constitution,
maybe. But that didn't take away your office. What goes, other things that go with your office, no, they didn't take it away. And a woman who can say insignificant. No more criticize here. 10% of it. Yes, yeah, the normal. You be support to cheap compounds near it. So they make, but doesn't mean that the money was not paid to you. The money was paid to you. So they make an answer. It is part of your normal person here. No. So they say. And you know, aban enka say me sika me twa dia ma ministers wo mo keto ya this me 10% efiso on the budget no eko but here they decide like anybody will decide you can go and decide to give it to your church you can go and do the same thing. And you know, well I'm yet to see 10 ministers are wo mo ehun kan be less than 5. Oh, look, sometimes young politicians now sometimes you are carried away by our quest for power. Normally, you can't because we want to. That is what the people want to hear. That is what they want to hear. Oh, nipa no doso ministers no doso do we no doso. Say any say. Ya think Omanpenyi Kufuor ekan oba ya no see o. Obehu say enye sa. But you see, Nana Akufo-Addo there no, and yet just the number of ministers now, you know, but the seeming duplication, the conflict I back in the future no, and then and no cry near idea
duplication and conflict.
Yes, because you see, Minister of Trade and Industry, you were minister for what planning, your minister for monitoring and evaluation, your minister for
reorganization.
Yes,
senior minister.
Yes, okay, sir. And the local government, no better. I mean, these are things. No, don't be brave. But you see, me the be say, let us give them time. No mun settle. Na mun start ni enhwe.
Okoto se tikesi ebo adweda.
Tikesi ebo adwe. What is makoto se tikesi ebo adwe.
But on tiasi.
Me tiasi papa.
Okoto se tikesi ebo adwe.
Me tiasi papa.
It doesn't fufu we di Kumasi.
Tikesi ebo adwe. We dey enye no ni.
Okay.
Enye no ni. Sorry I say, but you see the point is let's wait. I mean, can I say let's give them 6 months. Let's give them 6 months.
You
know, the Omodeba.
Okay.
Sorry, I say.
But all why I tell the more we are Chumukana, after the Moya, maybe. And the more some market coming and they are boybra. Sana, the Yakwe. You can say, but as I say, I feel
of course. It's a matter of course.
Me dead to some extent, but hear me, yeah. Say, here, stiff opposition. Oh, yeah, Mambu. Ball should be a ball I boy. Okoba, depending on opponent in the strength, no. One where I going to grab very last kakra.
Go be an wasa.
Wasa. Fancy be a fancy Chelsea and a Liverpool. And I am free United. Ever baller. The level of preparation Chelsea and a Liverpool for Bayern.
I am free for team.
Me patch the preparation cry be call from kakra because they know so I am free United. They am go train you cry bit me a share. Compared to Bia Chelsea ni Manchester United bar preparation on Bayern. So tinaka me expect say kofu bit me expect am my stiff opposition. Now in the process no I bring out the best in us. But it looks as if they are carrying their incompetence into even opposition. Look, and you remember, he starts with the DKM. Say yes, say the Adwaniye film. When the Adwaniye film be home, the finance minister, Dr. Kenoforiata, or say, Dr. Ya a band be the can say, also only the who manifesto. Any party manifesto. Me who are saying Pono or present budget. And you know any budget no debeko. The president's budget. The president no input until the president decides to say yes, I didn't need manifesto. And so I feel say it should be done this way. You make a provision of XYZ for this a year. The finance minister will have no option but to capture it. President Kufuor early days no. Who did say number of projects be on my year 9 year manifesto. Me can say even PNC for crack you see say national health insurance na your school feeding na your program ni manifesto. But who say who on fast one. We carried it out. Are they thinking say your manifesto new man kwan ya na you be implement your manifesto in addition to any other good idea biana a fly around during the campaign as a beba around it will be captured you be implement. Now the young Ministerial say you go and cause the mess. DK mess was caused by these people.
How? No they abandoned no
they were subvising. Abandon the supervise bibia or memu. Anamibwa. Bibi obi betima ba memu abedo pebia and get away with it. E wa bra ye wa ban.
Nti ro be no mo play.
Bisa omo. Ekuo bia betina o manu mu e bo wa manfo kro no. Now who anka in any case me sure so mehu because the same thing happened under this same NDC watch Piram Refiana 95 90 R5 ni Piram ni the rest no it happened under NDC. I'm not surprised that NDC Cyber Bureau these guys had the guts to come back to defraud citizens in an open advert whatever until they said my you from harm. Na minwe say okay nsuo na benaya be hwiagu ha no me ba be pepa nsuo no na wa ba wonya ntena sekran start do be pepa nsuo no na me be hwie nsuo no gu ho no me be start to be criticize no say on pepa nsuo no this is what they are doing This is what they are doing. Osusu na hwe gu ho.
You are here crazy never party. It's after me ba me.
Maybe say me ba me paper. Na wa be gina nche ha say adena sira o me paper so me paper. So abla me na hwe so gu ho. Then they talk about minister he doesn't understand it. Where you can't a cost center. It's not just the salary. Ministry you can spend this much. Ministry be who and not just the salaries. In any case, even the salaries, determined by a committee or president the appoint, and not by the constitution. So, near the parliament, and my parliament approve executive no, the amount. If the president no, please, the requirement, but the constitution determine the numbers. No, please, because the figures no is not determined by the constitution. Can I have my say? Who can I meet how?
No, you see,
who can I meet how?
You are not talking to yourself.
No. Who can I say? Who person me meet here? Who person meet here? Na say what person meet here? Na so person meet here.
What will tell me?
I'm not going to allow it. The big can say, apart from this route never fund, a bad parliament never approved the salaries of the executives. You are the president, you have the numbers. Parliament home one, ubet me figures na committee recommend. You can use your majority to slash it down. But Adom can say that is not even salary and yet the cost that cost center as a ministry. The number of vehicles they use, the type of vehicles they use, the fuel they consume, the number of fridge, what they pay residents, and all this is now add to that cost center. I friend the ministry, So the mention. If, for example, committee inauguration of a Ghana 60. So what he say? Almost and so by law, no, you are entitled to something. You are entitled to something. Clearly, I'm saying Jeffrey. A conform way and take you over 209 or more winning elections are more friends transition. Now more take you over power in the crown. They spent 13 billion. I will tell you, chop 13 billion. NDC 2 are a refiana. A refi. That is how much they spend. In 209 transition, or take over from us. No. Take over from them. No. One to the committee members, can say we don't need any allowance. Back transition meetings. You see the difference? It's a Mikael say, and yet just the numbers, but a car cost center, expenditure or cost center beyond, it goes beyond salary. The type of car we use fuel consumption. Minister no fridge, decision. It's borne by the taxpayer. If a minister be bad, not no, and a president be bad, not no. Minister, who call office now pay you me the examples, and I say whatever. If they want to cut down that cost, cut it down the cost. It mean who problem I mean so, but in all. Me say resources are you be delivered. These people will be shocked. If this is the kind of position you're there,
this is not even populism. It is blatant, what friends say, deception. Look, I don't know what you're what's in your constitution in the same constitution can say, to me vary. Ministers from salary send a be disadvantage you. But you see what please. What can say parliament is not be monitoring what is going on in parliament.
These are not continuing ministers. No one can say you are varying their salary to their
ministers. But it affects the new ones that are coming if you don't know.
This is a new ministry.
Oh, my friend. So,
my friend,
don't continue to listen. We are not campaign.
Let us
campaign. If you don't know that is what the people are going to start enjoying. Ministers,
that is members of parliament.
Oh, come on.
Why are you confusing the issue?
What are you talking about?
The executive package is different from the parliament.
So they will wait till. Wait. Let me ask him a very simple question. Are you telling the whole world and people who are listening to us now? Say, ministers are appointed to they will not take any salary until Akufo-Addo forms, the committee and salary. Is that what you are telling us? Please, we are not on a campaign platform. Kasa said, "Yeah, government the issue is about you fixing the situation."
Probably in consultation with the ministers, they say, per our vision and direction.
This is what I have so far. No, there is no indication to that effect. Look, okay about the cars we use. Have you per chance? Cars we use. Have you seen the vehicle that they are using?
Cars been using.
Are you using? No, for friends, say all the Chrysler ni we no pay.
Or market.
I'm telling you, just to market. They are using them. Oh, come on. Look at the fleet of cars they are using. Look, let us not. Oh, please. Don't let us not deceive ourselves. Don't see them pretend say one more bano. And America say any rally, any campaign move. I'll be who they are any drive. You can tell people and then come and deny. What are you talking about? Yeah? If minister or you're in charge of the public person, he is supposed to be the chief advisor, right, to the president. Waba any ebisa say, Maza, mo kan say mo betua DK mpo sika de ama wo mo. Da time ben na mo betua. Eyadia. Ewo mo ye very serious about it. So they make an answer. They are very serious about it. No, because in effect, what he said was that say President Kwaka Bibisa. That is what it means. And it is a say you are running away from your promise. Are we now? A mistake near. In any case, who tear the course of Parliament that day when Honorable Eric Opoku already the issue. No, he ever confirm appointees. No. Raise the issue. No? Come and see what happened. And America said, well, Parliament is weak, but you should be monitoring. If you want to continue to make commentary on what is going on, you should monitor what is going on in Parliament because we are sure that the outcast is here. No? Your colleagues in Parliament will be angry with you because they said that was not on to the extent say you could use video no as evidence to show them say the only monitor the say of friends Nana Akufo-Addo cancer on a political platform. But they were denying. One say, oh, okay. Yes, wakan, ye kwa kohwe, kwa ye be faso ye be tuama wama. Then they will come. But also it's not part of your program. And it any bibia no one matter about parliament, the floor of parliament say ye cancer. No, be akwa ko yiya betre now catch them say incompetence. Well, you see, before incompetence they would depart. But you see, we use it in the right context. Because it looks like every Tom, Dick and Harry doesn't know use the word incompetence. Sometimes I'm tempted to believe that some of them don't even understand the word incompetence that we use. Because if somebody should come in the face of evidence, no one can say what is I mean and then they incompetent way.
President Nanado.
Oh, Maza, Mamin Kasa. One more parliament, we are spokespersons of the MPP. We are MPP and 9 more parliament.
Do you know whose budget
is represented? Oh, my friend. May say, one more, unless let take the parliament, them take parliament away and wait for Nana Akufo-Addo to on the budget. No one can from right.
So
in effect, what do you want to say?
What I am saying is that they should not run away from some of the things, the promises that they made. We won't take that excuse.
Okay, so quickly, my man, can some of these text messages about Emma. Way free, Honorable President, you know how to say, please tell Honorable Telabi that no one is telling them to criticize or remind government of its promises to the electorate. That's even been a delection of duty on the part of the opposition.
Right.
The issue is the government is yet to be formed. Ministers are now being vetted, later to be sworn in to deliver on the said promises. Why then the rush? That's the question we are asking the opposition. Their actions seems to suggest that they are just going to oppose very soon. They will even oppose you sitting there as a host. Anyway, my name is Prince Dunyina, former MC for Techima. And then the shadow minister for Badwam, former Ashanti Regional Minister, John Alexander Korn. Clearly, the statement by Honorable Aye with the football example is dangerous and sends wrong signals of this danger. I agree with Honorable Taylor to allow some time for the MPP to settle for. The initial signs are not good enough. Practically, there is no way you will spend less on 10 ministers compared to 5. Rhetorics at its best. Please, we are all watching. John Alexander Akon and also the Ede Abba. A lot of your text messages, but time. And then this one says, good morning to Omahe and Nanaya. You guys are doing a great job. My regards to Honorable Benjamin Aye, Honorable Insua Jan from Benghazi. I am for it. And also the way Afem Abba. And then Nanedu, I have got so watch tin ever say and I have a brain I can so
Obaini, you see a quick one. I just want to assure my friends on the other side. They say, look, we will not behave like they did. I am telling you.
How did they behave?
Today they are asking for time. What didn't they do to the NDC government?
No, who is asking for time?
Even look,
you see, one was a question.
My brother, no. Were you listening to the text messages? Were you listening to the
text message?
Oh my God.
Say I feel here form government. Look, how long it take President Mills and President Mohammed not to form their government?
Oh, my brother.
How long it take
them? 6 months. Over 6 months.
So President Mohammed, President Anadu Baye no. The second day in office, and ministers
wrap up. No,
that is the difference.
No, Minia. You see, I'm surprised.
But
now,
hold on.
That is not our posture. No. That's not our posture.
If a former DCE comes out to say,
former DCE,
give us time to settle now.
And then we are now appointing our ministers.
Shadow minister, former minister,
there be former MC for Techiman. Mami Kinkai be more or say.
Okay.
Please tell Honorable Telabi that no one is telling them not to criticize or remind government of its promises to the electorate. Then he goes on. The issue is the government is yet to be formed. Ministers are now being vetted, later to be sworn in to deliver on the said promises. Why then the rush? That's the question we are asking the opposition. Their action seems to suggest that they are just going to oppose very soon. They will even oppose you sitting there. So the question is that give us time.
No,
because we are now
people talking about time. Why the Russia? He's not the same as I say. Give me time.
But if you rush,
what does it mean? What does it mean?
It's not due,
my friend. Maybe don't tell the team.
Your
let me tell you something. In any case, we have had ministers almost sign letters
standing in the shoes of the president.
That is the point. And if they are working, if the same minister will come and tell us, say, and I say we need your manifesto more. What are you telling me?
What
are you telling me?
This is where they get it wrong.
What are you telling me?
This is where they get it wrong.
But Omi Koya Swafo, President Amani to me, say Onion and no ABC.
Do you know, say, okay, you're narrow to this Ken of Furiata answer ya or Mujinaso de Akoma account.
And ya come,
what they say, or no, need duty, no, to say there's also more yeduma. It will be expressed in the budget of the president.
Because that's the president's mind.
The budget, the base show, say, I deal with. Me 2-1 as me 2-1 me boa. That is correct. That will be the mind of the president. Me boa. President na kasa na wo say okoka asem no. Wa bedi na na say has he run away from it?
No.
Onwani fi ho. E na say opeso obetua na say ontua nso a. Sebe enye flat staff house no better na say muntu ana ma muntu yawo. It will find expression in the budget of the president to the nation. Budget no dia ba na. Of our budget ne mai. So why are you jumping the gun? As if say budget aba and a president entia. It no Bosha can say obey no why. So the it for example that is where former MC Nika say why the rush?
Come on.
You see the difference? Why the rush? You have even seen the budget now. A bit present, a bit show what expenditure, any income you pay for the year. And yet you criticizing. Said this was not captured in the budget.
Did you criticizing unnecessarily and necessarily?
On what basis? It's your because of Mammy Bre. All the different no. In this case, no the budget na beba. So the meter.
My budget nimra.
My budget nimra. Next one capture more. Then you have a case. I can say
what other means
one year. Now then who here? Oh yeah, on prepare budget no cry. O say o dwane fi ade no. On what basis now the ASR criticism? That's what I'm telling them. Say if this is the kind of a young man there.
Okay, but Thomas said Ibrahim. Hold on, meba. Thomas said Ibrahim Otakwa. Or say ene de mo be dwane. Yeah, na some so jabe to dwane. Ono so asmo kan nyina ne say so Omai, good morning. You remember the attacks on Mahama started immediately he won the election in 2012. So the MPP should expect more. We
are ready. Okay. The kind of team Omai, so we be there dance here pa. Ministers are President Nanado and Nemi. And our data no competence.
Okay, competence cannot be seen in the person or the CV
until
the person
apart from the CV, the track record. The track record. Bless no money. Let me tell you something. Let's compare one on one. Let me tell you something. Let's compare one on one. Don't go there. Don't go there. We can go there. We can compare one on one. No. Now you see the difference.
Let's not go there. But let's be careful.
I just want to
the MPP is not bringing angels.
What are you talking about? I'm not saying we bring angels.
The MPP is not bringing angels.
No.
Hold on.
That's not what I said.
Hold on.
But in any case, don't forget, the NIPA, you were higher than angels. Okay. Angels are our servants. But what I'm saying is competence, on track record. You did 2 1-on-1. Let's try it.
Look,
therefore, too blessed.
But why do you want to do that? No, why do you want to do that comparison?
Let me tell you something.
I want to remind this my friend. I want to remind my friends there. My advice on Yaisa Oti bless.
He was a minister in your government.
Let me tell you something. Are you saying the fact that the person has a brow with the judiciary, I quite can't say on incompetence. What are you talking about? He's a young gentleman who has achieved something in life.
You think that the president? What are you talking about? Compare one-on-one.
On what
track record?
What? You see, because are you telling me that President Kufuor no ma opportunity serving in government 26, 22, 23, 25 years? What are you talking about?
For being minister, we need track record. None in the track record. I'm not talking about age. You show 2 blessed now. I'm not talking about age.
Please.
You can be 80 years, but now track record you're 0.
What is it?
Now track record you're 0. You can be even 80 years. Now track record you're 0. My friend, what are you talking about? I'm not talking track record.
I am telling you track record. Yes.
I'm not talking about in terms of age.
Any age.
And I'm so
any age. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Stop that thing. Already, my friend. I mean,
party let me tell you something. And what's the problem with that?
Out here. Oh yeah, is it don't
remember about
who is on party in talk about leadership and I start to know the leadership I want a minority no
the challenge
leadership crisis are starting no because we no more Yarigani group no if he say no it shouldn't be a friend say Haruna ne Muntaka no should not be there.
That is your headache. That is your headache.
That is my headache.
Yes, that's your headache.
Otherwise a party
we have
minority caucus a responsible caucus na munya issue like this, and I can model out appropriately. You call a press, then led by leadership. Now come up put out there. But Sisiano, I got start. Let's undermine the Haruna ne Muntaka leadership no because simple minimum say Ejako enkomo bi ahwe simple say ampa so akoye idea Ayargan intention say let's portray them as ngofo a omaje bribe. So in effect Haruna ne Muntaka akoje bribe.
You're in parliament.
So the mention. That's all that is happening. And this
my
don't normally be
my brother.
Leadership crisis when I'm best start now.
We don't have you see
approval in parliament. Or say make a minority for bribe. Or he approval in parliament. Now we've been in that house. You haven't had approval process goes on. We are minding it. Ghana CCA approval. It may be by unanimous. It may be by consensus or by majority. Yet yes, the one kai how Kwabena Dufo was approved as a minister. One kai how Akutu was approved as a minister. Obian kai whether by majority or by unanimous or by consensus, nobody cares. And one say you approve as a minister. Now Baba ye we Juma. Etika who cares? I welcome when we discuss over there. On bet me approve na na so mutu me approve no.
All right.
Eti Ajako was going to sail through anyway. He had no business to go and talk to these people.
All right.
I have decided to ignore the comments now here no.
The
oye ni na say leadership whatever.
Fashion dey belong to
you see who na here no oh my friend. You people have had my brother. We have had people in the amount for in the name of PCRP for no idea. Time on all can say your 5,000 we no. Now any day say there was division.
Okay.
All can say for 5,000. Vodafone issue no division. Division. No, division. Because
bribe don't go there because
5,000, the 5,000,
which is less than President Mahama
bribe. Multiply the 5,000 by the number of MPs. Multiply by 10. Multiply the 5,000 by 10. 10 times 10.
From Captain Smart.
And then you have not been fair to me. No, my early is more but in some of give me the opportunity to 2 minutes.
From Captain Smart, and come for the late Mrs. Gladys a champion Chineboa. Markwe Akwe, Unyamfi, Edunum Kuno, Eradiato, South Africa. My member, we are Asafa Himfi, Anna Jumakesi, we echo so ye kasi echo. And Ebeko open the crowd of Tafwesi, Nafi, Yaba, a Heroes Park, Kumasi Sports Stadium, at Hadia Shene Kokoni Tuntum, for the late Mrs. Gladys a champion Chineboa. Honor that for me. Member, we are. Saturday no odin birthday.
Okay. Now me refi.
You take now.
No, we know a pharmacist or pharmacist. No, they are Dodoa hospital, new hospital, brand new hospital. I see na Saturday.
Saturday.
Na say uta bomba man for dia wa hwe ya ko padiki
wow bazo birthday so body bia
I'm happy belated birthday.
Padiki tell abi.
All right.
Padiki tell abi happy belated birthday.
Responsible governance, responsible position, and the 2017 and beyond. Yeah, do be biase. I have before so to us.